So I'm going to show y'all what my high schooler is doing, specifically 11th grader, for her math credit for this year. For her high school math credits, we have done pre-algebra, because I can count that as a math credit. I'm in North Carolina, by the way, if you didn't know. So if you have to follow your own state's laws, or if you don't know what your state laws are for what credits you can count or what curriculum you can use or whatever, go to hslda.org and find out your state's laws. I'll link it in the description along with the books and things that I'm going to show you. So if you don't know that, go look it up. Don't follow my plan if you are not allowed. But if you can, this is what we've done. Pre-algebra, Algebra 1, Geometry, and now we're doing this personal finance. And I have pieced it together myself. So she will be getting a credit for what I'm calling personal finance. I didn't buy a box curriculum for this. I'm piecing it together and I'm going to show you what we've used. My daughter is not that great with math. There were a lot of tears and stress and time and anxiety. And she got to the point where it wasn't working anymore. There was no point in us moving on to Algebra 2. I'm happy with the credits that she's gotten. She has no plans right now of going to college. I'm not going to push her to go to college just for the sake of going to college. We still have one more year. We still have her senior year next year to possibly do dual enrollment. We had looked at that to maybe get some college courses while she's still in high school. But we don't know. We've just been kind of playing it by ear and just trying to follow what she wants to do as far as what she wants to learn more of. Like I say, I'm not pushing my kids to go to college just for the sake of it. So if there is something specific that they want to know or learn, then I'm going to push them in that direction and guide them and help them get the college courses that they need for whatever it is they're wanting to learn. But that's not the case for her right now. We do not have college plans for her. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But for this year, she is doing personal finance, and that is what I have put together. I was looking for her books, and I do not have one of the books. So I'm going to put a picture somewhere of the book that she's doing. That she did do. This was what we're doing, multiple books. So she did, I believe it's called Daily Marketplace Skills. That was the first book that she did. I got it off of Amazon. Links for these are going to be in the description box. And it was basically like it says marketplace. So it was like purchases, daily life purchases that you just make on a daily basis. Like grocery shopping, tax, eating out, menu math, like tips, different types of payments, internet shopping, like it even touched on like internet scams and things like that. I believe it talked about like choosing your payment, like whether to pay online for something or a check or debit card or credit card, or I'm not sure what it talked about with credit cards. I cannot remember. I'd have to go back and look. I do have a screenshot of the contents, table of contents. I will put that up, and you can look and see what it covers. So she did that. I cannot remember how long it took her. I think it only took her, like, we spread it out a little bit. It was very easy. Like, she could have sat down and got that probably done in just, like, 2 weeks or something. But we did spread it out, give her time to do some of the hands-on activities that it had. So that was the first book that she did. And then the second book was this one, Financial Literacy for Teens. Another Amazon find and both of these were about, like, $13, $12, something, maybe $15 a piece for these. And this one was a little bit more in depth. It was budgeting. I'm going to hold up the table of contents for you. We got Mastering Money, the Art of Value and Exchange, Supply and Demand, Money versus Currency, Harnessing Your Money Mindset for the Future, Money Beliefs, Money Personalities. Part 2, From Pocket Money to Paychecks, the Basic of Employment, Being an Employee, Becoming a Teenpreneur. So I guess that was talking about getting your first job. Let's see, From Earnings to Deductions. This was about tax, so security tax, filing a tax return. Oh, there were several parts of this. This covered a lot. I remember this one took a little bit longer. Navigating the banking landscapes, different types of bank accounts. budgeting basics, smart spending, cultivating the habit of saving. It talked about savings. Building your financial future. It talked about assets and investing. Part 5, be a credit-wise teen. So it talked about good credit and bad credit. Your first apartment and big ticket purchases. So it did talk about buying a car, going to college, and renting an apartment. Retirement accounts, and then giving, donating. This is options for passing along wealth, teaching the next generation, and then there was some stuff in the back. But this one, again, is also an Amazon book, and I will put that in the description. This one did take a little bit longer, and it had some hands-on stuff for her to do. Let me see if I can flip to one of those. She's highlighted in this one. I think that stuff was in the back. Let me go find it. Oh, there was a checklist. She quit using the checklist after the first one. But there was a checklist of all the things that you're learning in there. But this one was good. I remember her coming to me and having some practical questions after she had run through this one. So that one was good. I think that would be good for any adult to read too. Let's see. And then she finished those two. I believe she finished those. What is this? This is February. She took a break from math for a little bit. We were waiting on a book to come in, and I was kind of figuring out which books I was going to have her read. Because I didn't really want to do another, like, workbook type thing, which I still may if I find one that I see that I think she could use. But I was going to have her just read stuff. So the book that she is reading now is Rich Dad, Poor Dad. This is basically like, and I haven't read it myself. I've done a lot of research and I've like heard blurbs of it, but I haven't read it all the way through myself. But this one is basically giving you a kind of a roadmap, I think, of not thinking like the majority of people. You know, not thinking that you have to do the 9 to 5, get a job, work for somebody else, and retire at 65 or 66 or whatever it is. I'm definitely wanting to read this one, but right now I'm reading the other one, and we're going to switch when she's done with this. This one I got off of Amazon. This one I am library borrowing, but I couldn't find this one at the library. Shocker, a lot of the finance books that I've been wanting to find here recently, that just common sense finance books, can't find at the library. So I ordered that one off of Amazon. It was only like $8. So Rich Dad, Poor Dad, she's working through that one. You can see her bookmark. And I'm going to have her do like a report on that. Not really a report, but kind of just enough so that I know that she was paying attention. So we'll get a summary of that. Basically a book report. Just not requiring her to do any like extensive report on that, because she's doing a big research paper in one of her other subjects right now. So I'm just having her write something to make sure that I know she got the gist of the book. Next one that she's going to be doing is the one that I'm reading right now, Think and Grow Rich. This one is about mindset. I'm just trying to find, I've been doing a lot of research, listening to YouTubers that are about budgeting and finance things. So I've just been looking for some of the ones that not a lot of people read, or teenagers read, that, you know, YouTubers are saying that adults need to go back and read these things and learn stuff that they did not get taught in public school. So that's what we're working on right now. Those are the 4 books so far. And she is, if you are not familiar with me, my current 11th grader is 15, about to turn 16. So we started homeschooling when she was in pre-K kindergarten, and we kind of skipped kindergarten. I did a K4, skipped K5, and went on to first grade. Then she went to a private school for second, third, fourth, fifth grade. I believe I'm right on that. She went for several years. And when she went in to do the placement test at second grade, I believe I'm telling you right. I don't think we did second grade. I can't remember now. But when she went in to do the placement test there at the school, she placed at the level that we were at. I was scared that I had pushed her ahead too quick. But I had not, and they placed her right there, and she was good to go. So she is actually, we've got her in 11th grade, but she's just 15, and she is turning 16 in March. And then, so along with the math, she is going to be getting a job. Her choice. I'm not making her get a job. She knows that she's going to have her own gas money and spending money. So some of that math learning, she's going to be learning about, payroll taxes, tax deductions, and gross versus net income and all that kind of stuff. Car insurance, I'm having her involved in all of that stuff so that she is learning it. So we'll make that part of our homeschool. One of the perks of homeschooling, you can take real life scenarios and incorporate it into your homeschool and, make that part of your curriculum. So that's what we're going to do. And again, she is a year ahead, so I'm not really pushing to get stuff done. She is getting a job she should start it when she's 16. We're in the process of getting that job started. So once she is 16 and driving, she'll be able to take herself back and forth to this job. It's only going to be a few hours a day. She's not working like a full-time job because she is going to continue. She's got one more year of school. But yeah, that is what we're doing. We're doing personal finance, and it's working good. She was done with the regular school math and was ready to move on to something else. And she's enjoyed this. She enjoyed the workbooks, and I think they worked good. If you have any questions, drop it in the comments, and I'll be happy to discuss all this with you. And I will see you in the next video.